Timmy, lights out. Timmy.
Reading Rainbow is made possible by Barnes & Noble and barnesandnoble.com for minds at play.
Grants also provided by the National Science Foundation, supporting programs helping children to succeed in science, math, and technology. The Arthur Vining Davis Foundations, the Corporation for Public Broadcasting, and by contributions to your PBS station from viewers like you. Thank you.
Butterfly in the sky, I can go twice as high. Take a look, it's in a book, a reading rainbow. I can go anywhere. Friends to know and ways to grow, a reading rainbow. I can be anything. Take a look, it's in a book, a reading rainbow. Reading rainbow.
Whoa! Wow! Look at this place. Beautiful, isn't it? You know, many different tribes of American Indians lived right here on these plains for thousands of years before any settlers came from across the seas. That's why Indians are often called Native Americans. They were the first people to live on the land we now call the United States. In fact, many Indians don't even call themselves Indians. Most tribes refer to themselves as the people. The Wabanaki, they're the people of the East, or children of the Dawn Country. The Hopi of the Southwest, they're the people of peace. And the Ojibwa, well, they called themselves Anishinaabe, or the first people. You know, the people lived here long before they had horses. Just imagine what it was like to travel across these plains hundreds of miles each year with only dogs and your own muscle power to help you carry everything you owned. A child of the Sioux tribe would call you Shukawakan, or sacred dog. And your horsepower meant that the people could hunt and travel faster and easier than they could with their dogs. And that often meant the difference between hunger and plenty. This book, Gift of the Sacred Dog, tells an old legend of the people that once lived on these plains and how the Great Spirit gave them the gift of horses, all because of the love and courage of one boy.
The Gift of the Sacred Dog. Story and illustrations by Paul Goebel. The people were hungry. They had walked many days looking for the buffalo herds. Each day they hoped to see the buffalo over the next ridge. But they were not to be found in that part of the country. Even the buzzards and crows circled looking for something to eat. And the wolves called out with hunger at night. The people wandered on until they were too tired and hungry to go any farther. And the dogs could no longer be urged to drag their heavy loads. The wise men said they must dance to bring back their relatives, the buffalo. Every man who had dreamed of the buffalo joined in the dance. The buffalo would surely know the people needed them. Young men went out searching in all directions, but they did not see any buffalo herds. There was a boy in the camp who told his parents, "I am sad to see everyone suffering. I am going up into the hills to ask the Great Spirit to help us. Do not worry about me. I shall return in the morning." He left the circle of teepees and walked toward the hills. He climbed higher and higher. The air was cool and smelled fresh with pine trees. He reached the top of the highest hill as the sun was setting. He raised his arms and spoke. "Great Spirit, my people need your help. We follow the buffalo herds because you gave them to us. But we cannot find them, and we can walk no farther. We are hungry. My little brothers and sisters are crying. Great Spirit, we need your help." As he stood there on the hilltop, great clouds closed across the sky. Wind and hail came with sudden force, and behind them thunderbirds swooped among the clouds. Lightning darted from their flashing eyes, and thunder rumbled when they flapped their enormous wings. He felt afraid and wondered if the Great Spirit had answered him. The clouds parted. Someone came riding toward the boy on the back of a beautiful animal. There was thunder in its nostrils and lightning in its legs. Its eyes shone like stars, and hair on its neck and tail trailed like clouds. The boy had never seen any animal so magnificent. The rider spoke. "I know your people are in need. They will receive this. He is called Sacred Dog because he can do many things your dogs can do, and also more. He will carry you far and will run faster than the buffalo. He comes from the sky. He is as the wind, gentle, but sometimes frightening. Look after him, always." The clouds closed, and the rider was not there. Suddenly, the sky was filled with sacred dogs of all colors, and the boy could never count their number. Their galloping was like the wind, and the drumming of their hoofbeats shook the hilltop on which he stood. They circled round and round, and he did not know if he was standing or falling. He did not remember going to sleep, but he awoke as the sun was rising. He knew it was something wonderful he had seen in the sky. He started down the hill back home again to ask the wise men what it meant. They would be able to tell him. The morning and everything around him was beautiful and good. When the boy had reached the level plain, he heard a sound like faraway thunder coming from the hill behind. Looking back, he saw sacred dogs pouring out of a cave and coming down a ravine toward him. They were of all colors, just as he had seen in the sky, galloping down the slopes, neighing and kicking up their back legs with excitement. The leading one stopped when they were a short distance away. The boy knew they were what he had been promised on the hilltop. He turned and continued walking toward the camp, and all the sacred dogs followed him. The people were excited when they saw the boy returning with so many strange and beautiful animals. He told them, "These are sacred dogs. They are a gift from the Great Spirit. They will help us to follow the buffalo. They will carry the hunters into the running herds. Now there will always be enough to eat. We must look after them well, and they will be happy to live with us." Life was good after that. The people lived as relatives with the sacred dogs, together with a buffalo and all other living things, as the Great Spirit wished them to live. When the people passed the place where they had hunted the buffalo, they would gather up the bleached skulls in a circle and face them toward the sun. Let us thank the spirits of the buffalo who died so that we could eat.
My horse flies like a bird as it runs. The four winds are blowing. Some horses are coming. Daybreak appears when a horse neighs. The holy wind blows through his mane. His mane is made of rainbows. My horse's ears are made of round corn. My horse's eyes are made of stars. My horse's head is made of mixed waters. My horse's teeth are made of white shell. The long rainbow is in his mouth for a bridle. With it, I guide him. When my horse neighs, different colored horses follow. When my horse neighs, different colored sheep follow. I am wealthy from my horse. Before me, peaceful. Behind me, peaceful. Under me, peaceful. Over me, peaceful. Around me, peaceful. Peaceful voice when he neighs. I am everlasting and peaceful. I stand for my horse.
Just spending some time with this guy helps me understand what those poems are all about. Horses are beautiful animals. They really are like sacred dogs. From now on, I'll call him by his special Indian name, Chaka Khan. Powwow is another Indian word people use, often without even realizing what it really means. Lots of people say they're having a powwow when they sit around to talk or argue about something. But a real Indian powwow is more than just talk. It's a special kind of family gathering with dancing, singing, feasts, races, parades. It's a real celebration. Powwows go on all over the United States every year, and one of the biggest happens in Crow Agency, Montana, where people like the Old Elk family get together to celebrate their special heritage. Let's take a look at the Crow powwow, as seen through the eyes of the Old Elk family.
The Crow Fair is known as the teepee capital of the world. And I guess the reason for that is that we have families put up as many teepees as they possibly can. So we have people coming in from all over the world, as well as the Indian tribes from within the United States, from many different tribes, the Navajo, the Kiowa, the Creeks. Name the tribe and you can usually find them here. My name is Dan Old Elk, and we're here at the Crow Fair at Crow Agency, Montana. The Crow Fair and celebration has been going on for the past, this is the 64th annual Crow Fair. Altogether, there's probably about over 700 to 1,000 teepees that are up now, and another 1,000 to 2,000 tents that are up.
My name is Deborah Olduck, and we put this teepee up for my little sister, Janetta. That teepee is kind of like a practice teepee for us little kids, so we could learn how to set one up, and then when we get older, we could set up a bigger one. Janetta likes to play around, go in and out, and have lots of fun.
Ja.
Iki boha.
Wait a second. What? Not sure. Wait a second. Hi. Hi. The Crow people are proud horse owners. They own many horses, many fine animals. A horse can be more of a friend at times than people. You can go out and riding and you can talk to your horse and they'll never argue back with you. A horse is a friend you can tell your troubles to and he'll listen to you. The name for the horse is Ijida. The horse was a gift to a boy that was out in the vision quiz. And he had brought the horses back to his people. And in my language, it's called the big dog.
Riding a bird is really like the wind blowing in your face. It feels cool. It's fun when they gallop. I just like riding.
If you're gentle with a horse, they usually know it. And if you're mean with a horse, they also know it too. And they can get just as ornery as a person. Some horses like little kids better than adults, you know. The Old Elk family has won the traditional Indian dancing for about the past 10 years. In the spring, when they have the parrot chicken and the grouse have the mating dances, the boys have had the opportunity to go up and watch the birds dance. And this is actually what the people are doing, is imitating the way the birds are dancing.
My father showed me how to get dressed when I was very young. He said you're not supposed to dress sloppy, you're supposed to dress, just take your time and dress slow. Because when you dance, you're supposed to feel proud.
The beating of the drum is like the thunder, and the singing and the chanting comes out. And you just keep in time with the different movements. And the beating of the drum is what you keep in time with as you dance along. My great-grandfather's name was Ijirigash. That means old elk. And we have used the elk as the emblem for the family. We feel that we're part of the elk family, the animal itself. I think that our values and our morals, our traditions and our language will survive as long as we teach it to our children, and the children to carry it on to the next generation.
Crow Fair really makes me feel proud of what I am and where I am and what I'm doing.
Many Native Americans have especially beautiful names like Haywood Big Day, Iron Eyes Cody, and Dora Rides a Horse. Special tribal names are given in honor of important people, to remember an act of victory or courage, or to commemorate a special event or dream. We all have names that other people gave us, but if I could choose a new name for myself to show what I think I'm like, how I see myself, I'd call myself Blazing Falcon, because I love the birds of prey. They really speak to the warrior spirit in me. And this would be my symbol, kind of like the one you saw the old elk family display at Crow Fair. If you could choose a brand new name for yourself, what would it be?
Swift Runner, because I really like to run, and I think I'm pretty fast.
Well, it would be Reader because I love to read. Pink Fish because I like the color pink and I like to swim.
I would name myself Born in the Cold because I was born in October in the fall.
I would call myself the girl who bites her nails. Chris the Singer. I would call myself Flying Angel because I like angels and I'd like to see how it is to fly.
Picking out a name for yourself can be great fun. So can learning about where names come from. There are many different kinds of Native American tribes that live in this country, and each has its own language, and its own stories and beliefs, and their own names for the rivers, mountains, and valleys that they live near and love. We've adopted many of these words into our own English language without knowing what they mean, and without realizing that they're gifts from the people.
Come sit beside me and hear a story of long ago when the people lived free. Name the waters and all the places high and low. There was a plain they called Chicago. It meant a place where strong things grow. And Kentucky meant the land of green meadows. Ancient places, sacred lands, names we know so well, but no Mississippi means big river, and Miami means great water. Arizona means a place where small springs flow. Ancient places, sacred lands, names we know so well, but no one understands. Ancient places, sacred lands, names we know so well, but no one understands.
I never realized just how many everyday things come from Native American culture. And there's another thing that we can learn from the people. An appreciation for the fact that all things in our lives come from the earth we walk on every day. Why, even the pages of this book were once part of a living tree. And look, the pictures on them are so alive you can almost read the story just by looking at them. You can also use the pictures to retell the story in your own words, or to help you figure out new words that you might not understand. If you like this book, here are some others that you might enjoy, but you don't have to take my word for it.
Hello, everybody. My name is Lisa, and I want to tell you about this great book I just read. It's called Moon Song Lullaby. I think it's so great that as soon as I finish telling you about it, you'll run right to the library and get it.
This book is about the Indians and how they lived, and each page is like a poem, but it's put together to make a story. The Indians really love their land. They love the world. I recommend this book because it talks about what the Indians believe. It has some beautiful pictures in it and beautiful poetry in it.
Hi, my name is Sayan. I'm here to tell you about a book I read. It's called Why Mosquitoes Buzz in People's Ears. This book is about a pesky mosquito who starts a series of misunderstandings in the jungle. And at the end of the book, the mosquito gets what he deserves. He gets hit. I think you'll enjoy this book because in this book, the animals have their own human personality and their own thoughts, and they always have something to say about what's happening.
Hi, my name is Ian McDowell, and I read Suho and the White Horse. It's a Chinese myth that's retold by Yuzo Atsuka and illustrated by the award-winning Tsukichi Akaba. One of the nicest things about the book is the relationship between Suho and the White Horse. It sort of reminds me of kids these days and their pets. I sure wouldn't like it if my dog was taken away from me. In the ending of the book, Suho has a dream about the horse, and the horse tells him to make a fiddle out of his hide and out of his bones. So if you like adventure, myth, and you want to learn a little bit about horsehead fiddles, this is the book for you.
Native Americans think of all living things as their relatives. They consider the earth their mother, the sky the father. Animals, grass, rains, grain, all members of one huge living family. The people think of children of all ages as gifts. They consider them important, valuable members of the tribe, responsible for giving whatever they can to help others. The boy in the story lived up to the hopes of his people when he brought them the sacred gift of horses. Our Mother Earth looks pretty small now that astronauts have seen our planet whirling around the sun like a beautiful blue and green ball. Like the tribe in the legend, all of us here on Earth are the people, members of one huge tribe, the human tribe, struggling for survival. Like the boy in the story, you may have a vision that will bring great gifts to your people. Soon it will be your turn to help the human tribe survive. What will your gifts, your vision be? See you next time.
Ancient places, sacred lands, names we know so well, but no one understands. Ancient places, sacred lands, names we know so well, but no one understands.
Timmy, lights out. Timmy.
Reading Rainbow is made possible by Barnes & Noble and barnesandnoble.com for minds at play.
Grants also provided by the National Science Foundation, supporting programs helping children to succeed in science, math, and technology. The Arthur Vining Davis Foundations, the Corporation for Public Broadcasting, and by contributions to your PBS station from viewers like you. Thank you.
Doink. PBS Kids.